here, myself, Linda, and Darlene, and we're taking a moment for what we think we'll call Unscripted Us. It's going to be part of the Unscripted Her series, but it's going to be moments where we maybe get a little bit more loose, some outtakes here, maybe some bloopers. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But we'll break down. Our other panelists are not with us at the top at this moment because they got tired and they went to bed. To be honest, and I can't blame them. I'm kind of tired myself, but I thought it might be kind of fun to spend a moment or two and do a little bit of a dive, not too much of a deep dive, a shallow dive with my partner here, and just find out what's going on with you. How are you today?
I'm good, Brenda. So it's myself and my wife, of course. End of the night, you want to do a little check-in. So
Yes.
what I have noticed, and I can share with you, as well
It's
as
gonna be
you,
positive.
Linda.
I hope
Well,
you all are ready.
well, no, actually, I
Oh,
was
I
going to
thought there was
share
some
with you,
positivity coming.
Linda,
Yes.
that it seems to really, really bother you what is going on
Yes.
with,
It's disturbing. Yes.
as I call it, the knee in the neck, because
Yes.
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's
I'll tell you
heartbreaking.
the moment when it really broke through to me what was happening. I could not watch the film. I haven't watched the film. It's 10 minutes of tape here, 8 minutes and 46 seconds, I believe. So I could not watch that. I saw a clip or two where the officer had his knee on his neck. Didn't examine it. Didn't think too much about it in terms of just the depths of the violence that was being inflicted on that man. But then I saw a still that was also being described, and it said, "Look at this officer. Look at his face. Look at his nonchalance. Look at the ease with which he leans his full body weight on this man's neck as his face is pressed into the asphalt. Look at how his hand is in his pocket." And that really got through to me. It's like, it's true. It was as if he was leaning on the stoop, as if he was just kneeling on the sidewalk.
Which
Uh,
says, but what does that say to
that
you?
he had no regard whatsoever for the humanity under his knee and for the violence that he was inflicting upon that humanity. And then I just had a flashback to some of the lynching postcards that I've seen, and I thought to myself, what truly has changed? I mean, what was it, 30 years ago? We were dealing with Rodney King. The number of deaths this month or in the past 30 days alone under the so-called color of law enforcement is staggering. It's really, and the only reason, like, Breonna Taylor was not captured on tape. We know that, but her killing was so egregious and unwarranted that you actually didn't have to have it filmed to know that, yeah, they've fucked up royally. This is going to be the adult version of Unscripted Her. But Ahmaud Arbery, if that had not been on film, and amazingly so, the film was provided by one of the perpetrators. So you believe yourself to be so proper and righteous in your actions that you will film yourself doing it and then show it to the police to say, this exonerates me. That tells me that it is totally lost on you, the level of inhumanity and depravity that you are exhibiting to another person, that you film it and then show it to the police because you're so confident that they will agree with you. And that's another level. It's the level of camaraderie that exists amongst certain sections of this country, certain populations where they can feel that, oh, this is okay because I'll just show it to my buddies and they'll see exactly what happened here. And they're already predisposed to agree with you, accept your actions, and not challenge them in any way. So the layers are multiple here, and each time I peel one back, I see another reason to be outraged. So yeah, you tell me I'm watching a lot of news, and it's taking a toll. You're right, it is
Yeah.
taking a toll.
We might have to call this the unscripted Linda. I'm just listening really right now. But I bring it to you. What are you gonna
I
do?
had something to say. Yo,
Obviously.
D.
Oh,
I got something to
I
say.
can't. I really can't right
Oh,
now.
yes, you can.
So, but what I do want to say is, if this effect has it on, I mean,
If
she
this is
has
the
to.
effect that it have on someone like myself.
So what I want to say
Oh, I
is,
thought that's not what you wanted to say.
see what I mean? If it's having this effect on her, how's it having an effect on you?
Mhm.
It and I. This is a
Take your
tough
time,
one
honey.
because
I
what
know.
I want to say is I wish I could say I understood, but see, but I've never been treated like that man. So no, I don't understand that. And the sad thing is, a part of me doesn't want to. It. I don't believe I could handle it. It's hard enough just to see it and to know that that could be our producer. That could be my dad. Yeah. So what do we do? What do we do with? What do we do, Lynda, as black females, as a black community? How do we become angry enough to do something, but not too angry that
It
we
consumes us.
it yes that it consumes us and we end up turning it into to hate?
One of the things I'm doing right now is speaking here
Good.
on camera, sharing my thoughts and feelings about this and encouraging others to do so. We can march, we can protest. I would encourage that we do so peacefully, if at all possible. But over time, we must also ensure that we are registering to vote. I realized today, just listening to the news, there was a little quip about how the voters' rolls are used for the juries. Because sometimes, by the miracle of God, some of these perpetrators are actually brought to a court of law and tried before a jury of their peers and acquitted. That happened with the killer of Philando Castile. I spoke earlier about one of my of waking up in the morning to the faces of death. Philando Castile was one of the faces of death that I woke up to on my morning news feed. His murder live on camera on Facebook Live, I believe. So and that gentleman was actually charged.
Yeah.
I use that term gentleman loosely, but that killer was actually charged, and he was I won't say exonerated. He was found not guilty by a jury of his supposed peers. But what if, just what if, two or three more faces of color, or two or three more individuals more representative of the population of that city or county, Hennepin County, sat on that jury? How do you get selected for that jury? Is through the voter rolls. And oh, by the way, if you're registered to vote, maybe you go ahead and vote too. And you hold your public officials accountable like never before.
Sit on the juries. They may take some time, and it may be, it may take the time, 2 or 3 days out of your life, but it's worth it. You don't know the case you might get, and it will leave a lasting, I don't know, a lasting impression. It might change a life. This is Unscripted Us, and thank you.